Welcome to another episode of Today we're going to get started with some Big Daddy questions. Who's getting picked in the draft? Who's making moves and who's slacking?
The NFL draft, by the way.
NFL draft, yeah.
What other draft? Was there a fucking the flag football draft?
Amen.
That's coming up. Yeah.
Just kidding.
JJ's number one overall.
My bad. JJ's excited about the WNBA draft.
Whoa.
That just happened. Yeah, Paige got her girl. And
That's crazy.
I didn't even know.
I know 5 people, maybe, in WNBA. I don't even know. Yeah,
Paige Booker definitely
Yeah,
going to
let's say
go for now.
Yeah. Now where the fuck? See, we don't even know how to say it right.
That's why we don't do
You don't see
WNBA.
Plum with her popcorn looking at. All right,
Hey, she's got some nice plum.
there we go. Plum. And the Plum number 1 pick. Who do we have going number 1 overall for the Raiders, guys?
Man, it's so tough, dude.
With the number 1 pick, the Raiders select
Jeremiah Love.
Tom
Fuck no.
Brady
With
the
Genty?
The better win if it's clearly not Mendoza for whatever reason. Who would it be if it wasn't Mendoza?
I don't know if there is a
For
I don't think there is
for whatever crazy reason.
It really is.
For
It really
whatever
is.
crazy reason,
It
if they didn't, I feel like they would have to go Arbo Reese.
Yeah, that's all.
If there was a crazy reason, it would be because some team called him and offered him 5 first-round picks.
For Max Crosby.
Or Kirk Cousins' Achilles looks amazing. one of the two.
The real question there, now that you bring it up, the real question there is not whether they drop Mendoza. The real question is, does he start week 1?
Not week 1. I think he's going to start maybe like week 5. Yeah.
Week
Week
5.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's going on?
That's 5-0 now. Unless Kirk Cousins is 5-0.
Nah, don't say all that, bro. We
You
don't.
can't even do that on the Falcons with the weapons they have.
This is, you sound like his agent.
Yeah.
You watch, he's gonna be 5-0. Mendoza's gonna be ready by then, and it's gonna be worth all the money.
You just know Tom Brady talked to him on the phone too before he signed him. What do you think that conversation was?
Dude, do you even know who any of the wide receivers on the Raiders are?
Well, it's not Jacoby Myers anymore. So they got Trey Tucker and who? They're tight end.
Jack Beck.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jack.
Yeah.
2 tight ends.
Mayor, Bowers.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
is
they-
Thornton still there? Typo?
Yeah,
Thornton's
Thornton, but
there.
I thought they signed somebody, didn't they?
Well, I have the Raiders depth chart. No, I don't, because I knew who we were taking.
Yeah, no,
So
that's very
didn't bring him
understandable.
up.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, what they still got the rights to Henry?
Dante Thornton, that's who it is.
Dante.
They still got the rights to Henry Ruggs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Oh, they have Naylor. That's who they signed.
Naylor,
Yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't-
They signed.
And then they got.
That does not move the
That doesn't
needle.
move the needle.
And then you got Philip Dorsett. the second.
You replaced the same guy with the.
Yeah.
I mean, worse actually. I mean, yeah.
So
So
Mendoza.
Brock Bowers is tight end 1, probably like first round pick.
Yeah, but then
Man.
Michael Mayer is going to get traded probably mid-season because they said it last year.
I would think so, yeah.
Thought the Packers were going to get him, but you know what?
Yeah, he'll go somewhere and be a tight end 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, talk about the Raiders. Who cares?
We already,
Yeah, enough about the Raiders. We've already done too much.
Let's talk about a worse team, the Jets.
The Jets. The JET Jets. So
They could actually go
that's
anywhere.
that's
Well, I'll
one
say
of
it's
the
in the
teams
East,
I
just
think
about everything.
that was looking to trade possibly, but they could go any direction there.
I just,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yes,
be
they could
surprised
trade,
if they
but, like-
go pass rusher.
I just don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, you look at their team, and aside from their like skill position players, you have your best players, Demario Davis and Mika Fitzpatrick. What else are we looking at? We need a lot on that defense.
You need a lot.
I mean, after going 17 straight games without a turnover or without an interception,
That's crazy, dude.
That's embarrassing. Yeah.
that's unbreakable record.
And what wasn't unbreakable was the Twin Towers. Too soon? I don't know.
Yeah, you can
I
screw
don't know. The Jets, so forget.
I wouldn't be surprised with David Bailey on that one.
Yeah, well, that's
I mean,
there's 2 linebackers at the beginning, Bailey and
Argo
Reese.
Reese.
Be
I
surprised
would
with
So
that.
one of the two are gonna go there for sure.
I think that they would go Arvell Reese at number 2, honestly.
Really? You think so?
I mean, I just feel like he fits Aaron Glenn a little bit better
Hmm.
than David Bailey.
I just think David Bailey's looked at more as a safer pick.
I could see that, but I mean, Arvell Reese, he's like, I don't know. I could see him kind of being like that project, but at the same time, he has that potential that like he could be like a really good pass rusher. David Bailey's just gonna be that more like he might be. I'm trying to think who's been like a consistent guy. Maybe someone like a Calais Campbell who's just like there consistently. He's never like super like, oh, he's a top 5 or top 3 DN, but or D tackle, but I mean he's always up there.
If you're like comparing
Consistent.
Calais Campbell and you're saying like, oh, that's gonna be a bad pick. Calais Campbell was in the NFL for
Yeah,
20
no,
years?
longevity, like
20
yeah,
years,
no.
yeah.
And he's still going.
I
He's
think at
still
one
going.
point he probably was looked at as top.
He probably was top
Yeah,
10,
so-
top 5. Yeah, no.
Yeah, top not
Like
not-
5,
not
five at the
3.
most.
Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
like not top 3. He's never like considered the best, is what I'm saying.
No,
Right.
But yeah, he led the league in sacks one year, but
I'm okay with that if I'm taking
That's all I was
at the
thinking.
number 2 overall, like a safe pick that I'm gonna keep for a really long time over a
Yeah.
project.
yeah.
So I'd go with Bailey there for sure. The Cardinals are at number 3.
Cardinals, I mean,
And if we're talking about a team that loves project linebackers, they're the people that should be taking Reese.
see, I
Yeah,
can see that,
yeah.
but I could also see them taking that tackle, what's his name, Francis Nagawa or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Francis
Nagao.
Ngannou, the fucking UFC fighter.
No,
I mean, that shit, he might help him out too, but
Muago or whatever the hell his name is, the tackle from Florida.
Yeah.
He was like
of Miami.
massive as hell.
Would it totally shock you if the Cardinals win Love?
Would it shock me? Yeah, 'cause
Jermilo?
I mean, they have Trey Benson. They have the guy from the Falcons, right?
Algier.
You're just
yeah,
went
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then they still have James Conner. He
Yeah.
probably
James
got
Conner's coming
cut.
back. Yeah.
James Conner's cooked. Let's be honest.
I think he tore his Achilles. No,
Something like
I
that.
think it
Always
was
been through the ringer.
and he's already hurt his ankle a million times. He's already torn his ACL. I mean,
But you're right. Benson and Algier should get the main load there. So
yeah,
probably not.
Yeah,
It
you
was
should go best available. I think if you're the
it was a foot injury, is what it says.
there was a foot injury
Yeah.
last year. No.
It says his right foot. They initially thought it was an ankle injury, and it ended up being he had foot surgery.
Well, foot surgery is a lot easier to come back from than.
But
I mean,
to y'all's
running
point,
back,
they
yeah.
have 2 other running backs
Yeah,
already. So
yeah, the offense did sort of a weird thing with Jacoby Brisket.
Mhm.
I mean, your Brisket man, he opened it up a little bit. The offense.
Yeah, he did. They were throwing to that white boy, Michael Wilson, a lot, and you got Martin Harrison. That wasn't even really.
Trey McBride.
Yeah, that wasn't really even playing Martin Harrison Jr. Was
Trey McBride probably had like 14 targets a game.
oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so I mean, we're in the draft, I know, but do we think Gardner Minshew or Brisket are gonna be starting?
Brisket,
Brisket,
for sure.
Brisket's gonna start.
He elevated the whole.
I
team.
don't
He
know.
did.
Again, you're gonna see. We've seen both sides of Brisket, man.
Yeah,
That's why I think they go
See
for
how
line
well it's
here.
cooked.
You kind of want to hold
it's
it.
good.
yeah, no, I got that.
Good.
Wait, oh, they got Kendrick Bourne too. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you want your. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you want your brisket cooked, but you don't want Jacoby brisket cooked. You know.
No, they might
You
go
wanna
best
protect
available linebacker here, but you're right. They might go O line and possibly get something for.
If they're serious about Brissett being their quarterback, then I think they go O-line.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like if they're not, people keep saying, "Oh, they're gonna get." We'll talk about it later, obviously, but they're gonna trade up to get Ty Simpson. Like I don't think Ty
That-
Simpson's gonna play the first season
What
if they
do
have Brissett and Minshew to that point.
No, Ty Simpson's not going first round.
Tyson's is probably gonna end up on the as a backup on some team like the Rams.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
He's. I think he'll be a backup anywhere he gets drafted to, other than the Jets possibly. But
Yeah, you get him like fundamentally building himself up. Somebody might take him back half of the first round, like a Jordan Love prototype, and build him up.
No, I think the Cardinals are doing just taking a flyer, a 1-year flyer on Brisket, see how it works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then you look at next year's draft, which
Oh,
has
which
a
is
lot
much
more
better,
potential
yeah.
at the quarterback position.
Good point.
Yeah. All right. So we're thinking linebacker or lineman? One of the two.
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
They're either taking Arvell Reese or they're taking Francis Magalo or whatever the hell. The
Francis
Miami
Ngannou.
tackle.
Okay. Well, number 4, Tennessee Titans.
Unfortunately, Jeremiah Love.
That's where I'm going 100% of my brain.
I think it's Love, but it wouldn't shock me because they don't have a whole lot of help at receiver either. It wouldn't shock me if they went Tate or Lemon.
Yeah, right now they have
That's not a bad.
Wandale,
Yeah.
Manor, and is Ridley still there? Okay,
Yeah.
so Ridley's going to be there at the ripe old age of like 31.
You know what wouldn't surprise me actually though about Tennessee if they got someone like Sonny Styles. Because think about it, it's Robert Saleh as the head coach now, and he
Yeah.
wants to fuck up the Jags.
He wants to fuck up a team. It's just going to be a bad team.
He wants to fuck the Jags up twice a year after what happened last year.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, but
I think it's
really
Jeremiah Love.
drafted there. I think with a team that bad, you're bringing in a new coach and you're thinking, do I really want to let Robert Saleh make all the exec decisions here?
Yeah, he's your head coach. You're gonna let him pick the players he wants.
You're gonna let him have input, but I don't know if he's that kind of head coach.
He's not big enough of a name to be
Right.
big for this.
Yeah, that's true. But you also want
I'm
your
thinking
defense
if
to be
I'm
better
looking
than
at
they
that
were
team,
last year.
even if I'm Robert Saleh, I'm looking at that team and going, man, you guys need some fucking help on offense.
No, I think Jeremiah Love's the safest bet for them.
I think so too. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if they picked someone like Sonny Styles.
I mean, if they did, the defense looking crazy.
I wouldn't be totally shocked
Like,
about
it would-
anything with Tennessee. but-
Franklin Myers, Jeffrey Simmons, and then you throw in Sonny Styles. I mean, it's not a bad thought.
It's not out of the equation. But
It makes the
I
defense
feel-
better.
Yeah, like I said, I still think
Yeah.
it's Jeremiah Love, but it wouldn't shock me if they did that.
But it seems like over recent weeks, Jeremiah Love's the lock right there for them.
But anyways, fuck the Titans. What are we talking about?
Amen.
Let's get on to our Jewish friends, guys.
We went from fuck the Titans to our Jewish friend. All right, let's get it.
I think the Giants, if they don't get love by the Titans going elsewhere, because reportedly they want a running back, which I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But you do got Scatabo, but
Yeah, they have Concussion Master, and then they have a decent backup.
I don't know. There's all these reports of them wanting a running back.
It's crazy.
But if they don't, then you're probably looking at Tate or Lemon, depending on who they view as the better receiver.
Yeah, in my brain, I think Carnell Tate's the better option here to get somebody while Neighbors is kind of coming back.
So if they get,
Road 2.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but if they get Tate or a receiver, I'm looking at their receivers right now. They're cutting someone or trading someone because they did get Darnell Mooney.
Oh, that's
So
getting Mooney.
So they'd have Neighbors, Darius Slayton, Mooney, a rookie, and then they also got Calvin Austin III.
Oh,
So, I don't think-
would be the odd man out there.
I don't think
They just got him. So they're letting go of Jalen Hyatt. That dude's a bust.
People get
That's why I'm worried about them draft. That's why before we started, I said I don't want the Giants to get a receiver, and then I thought about
Jalen Hyatt, yeah, he could get cut too.
that. He should. That's
get
my
good,
point.
Yeah.
That's my point. If you draft a new receiver, then the guy that you drafted a couple years ago, like that's you saying, like, hey, we tried, but
The other big name that they're talking about is Caleb Downs, which probably makes more logical sense.
It does.
Now that you're saying the depth chart is so stacked.
I honestly forgot they got Mooney until I looked at it just now.
So here's what I think is I see that they have Caleb Downs going at 5, but I could also see them going corner with Mansour Delane from LSU. I mean, he's a top corner in the draft.
But do you
And
think
they
he does that
need-
early?
I don't think he goes that early, but at the same time, they really need help in the secondary.
If you wanted him, you just trade back. I think that make a lot of sense.
I mean, yeah, they probably could do that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I think they would go someone like either Caleb. I think they either go one of the two Ohio State guys. If Sonny Styles is still there, I think they go him or Caleb Downs. And if not, then they possibly trade back and get Mansour Delane.
Okay. Don't hate that.
I mean, another thing is looking for a guard for Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
Protecting him.
He was running his life.
Yeah, but I don't think they go at number 5. Like, I don't think
You
there's
got-
any guards.
well,
There's not a lineman this draft that really speaks one.
Yeah, I mean that's another spot you could possibly trade back. Is all I'm saying.
yeah.
Other than Mwalga.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the hell you say his name.
He's a tackle, though.
So
I don't know. I wish I had our Jewish friend here to help us out with this because we could use the input.
well, you know exactly what he'd say. He'd say he wanted Caleb Downs.
I think he would.
I
Yeah.
think he would want Caleb Downs or Tate, either one, but Caleb Downs, it's a lot more logical here. So next up, we have Cleveland Browns.
They're gonna get a quarterback, bro. I'm playing.
That's
They might as well.
I see the Browns taking Carnell Tate because they have nobody to throw to.
Carnell
over there.
Tate to the Browns is great when they get a quarterback. Deshaun Watson, I think, is going to come back and take over. They're paying the guy like $60 million a year.
It would be such a Browns move to go Tyson there, though.
It would, honestly. It really would.
And they still have Jerry Jeudy on the team.
That poor guy, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Like,
David Njoku's still there, right? Or is he just a free agent right now?
No, he's gone. I know they have Fan, Bond, Tillman, Judy, and then Quinshawn Jenkins. A running back, obviously.
Judy's best times have been with Jameis Winston and Joe Flacco because all these other guys are bones.
Yeah, those Winston games were magical.
No, I could see them going wide receiver. That seems like the obvious.
They
pick.
kind of have to be honest.
Of course, we've talked about Tate going to multiple teams though at this point. So if he's gone,
Shit, leave him in Ohio.
then who do you see? Who do you see going there?
If Carnell Tate is gone,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Carnell Tate being gone by then, though. Based on what we said, I mean, the top 3 picks are probably picking.
Yeah, but the Giants could easily go Tate. They could still do that.
They still could, but I really doubt they would.
And then, well, I don't know about that. That's a huge upgrade from the guys you just named.
For the Giants?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Darnell Mooney, Malik Neighbors, and then you have, who else did you say? Darius Slayton. I feel like they would just.
Darius Slayton wasn't that great.
He wasn't, but I mean, he fills in where he needs to. Like, he's not a terrible wide receiver. He's not good.
They're the same guy every single time. Let's get a 50-yard chuck down the field, and you're going to have one of those every other game.
Yeah, but you're upgrading. I mean,
tremendously.
But think about how they run that offense, though. It's John Harbaugh now.
And you got a young quarterback. You want to help. You want to give your quarterback weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, he has weapons.
Yeah, weapons.
I'm just.
Hopefully, Neighbors is 100%.
I'm just saying that's
Neighbors, Slayton, Mooney,
Okay.
Calvin Austin, and Likely. Those are better weapons.
Isaiah Likely is there.
But let's.
Those are better weapons than a lot
Let's
of
say
young quarterbacks.
out of the Cardinals, out of the Giants, out of the Titans. Let's say one of them takes a chance on Tate.
Okay.
Who are the Browns looking at there?
You're probably going to go Sonny Styles or Tyson.
Yeah.
Or look at.
I don't know if
I don't
that's
think
the prototype
no.
that they would take there.
I think it would be Tyson or Sonny Styles if he's still available.
I would lean toward Tyson, too.
Could you imagine a Lemon and Shadir Sanders crash out?
Oh, cool. The Crash Out.
The Crash Out
I
Club?
thought you were about to say the duo. I was like, that doesn't really.
The Crash Out Club would be crazy.
The Crash Out Club. I love it.
Okay, well, that's where your head's going. So you got the next pick.
Yeah, we got
What the hell is
Yeah, no, so
process?
I was
You're
just-
trying all this bullshit.
I was just looking at
My
that.
thought
So I was like,
process is
where are we leaning at?
if we're able to get an offer to trade back, I would love to do it. And reportedly, that's what we also want. But if no team's going to offer us enough, Dallas, I'm okay with doing a deal with the devil.
I don't know if you are
I'll take 12 and 20 in
12 and
a
20
fourth round.
over
The
the
fourth
second
round.
round. That's. I mean,
I'll take it. But let's say that doesn't happen. Tate would be my number one.
Well, I'll say, because you're talking about,
If Tate's there, I say go grab
you're
him.
talking
A
about
lot of people are
Jackson
saying
Yard needs
Love as
weapons.
well.
No
but
disrespect, but y'all need weapons.
yeah, y'all would have
Y'all need weapons, yeah.
yes.
Luke McCaffrey, he might pan out in a couple years. Traylon Burks and Traylon Burks.
one good
Van Jefferson got to play on the same team that his dad coached. Like, we're throwing names at the wall,
He's
bro.
booty, bro. He's booty. He's ass cheeks.
Uh,
I do see us getting Ayuk, so I think that helps.
yeah, Ayuk, I think. is definitely-
Well, no, yeah, that is true, though.
We
That would-
addressed
that
the
would
pass
change
rush this
something.
offseason by adding Chase on, adding Owoge, and
Hey, they got Chicken Conquo. Shout out.
yeah, exactly. And then we addressed the tight end. So a lot of people are saying I've heard of just about every name. Jeremiah Love would be not a terrible pick, but I think he's gone by then. I think he's gone by then,
Yeah.
first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, I don't know if that's the right move because
Yeah.
our running backs aren't terrible.
No.
No,
They're just bad.
well, I don't know about
Hey,
that.
we got 3 or 4 time rookie of the
You
week.
got Bill Crosby.
Yeah, and then you got Brooke and Eckler.
Eckler's not
I don't know.
going
Yeah, Rashad White's there.
He's not.
Oh, they did get
Yeah, yeah. So,
Rashad White played
so-
with Jaden Daniels in college.
that's one. So
yeah,
running back is not as important
It's
anymore.
not as important.
yeah. So
I can agree with that.
Okay,
Oh,
so then maybe I'll go Jordan Tyson just to the Arizona State connection.
No, that's I don't know about that, but maybe.
How are you gonna stop Jordan Tyson?
It's not like Jaden never played with him though.
He did.
No.
He did. But that Arizona State connection is like, oh, okay, you went to Arizona State. You want Brian and Ayuk there, but I mean, I know they played together, but still, you know what I mean? It's like Arizona State.
You know, they say Arizona State women are the biggest hoes too. And you got Jaden Daniels over there, a little mama's boy, probably not even slept with a single one of them. But I know this boy Tyson. He gonna be,
If we don't
Don't be
get
up
Tate,
You know who else went to Arizona State? James Harden. You know who else went there? Grant. So like the list goes on. Yeah, no.
if we don't get Tate, our number 2 and 3 picks
He was that book.
are Bain
Let's be real.
and Downs.
Let's be real.
down. Yeah,
Bain and Downs would be my secondary choice.
I could see Downs honestly making it to y'all.
I would be
for
fine with
some
taking
reason.
Ruben Bain. I'd be fine with that.
I think Downs is probably the top person in this fucking draft, but
I'm great with
He's
I'm great with Caleb Downs. Yeah.
he's gonna fall though, because this is how it always happens. Somehow we think this is gonna happen. It's always O-line.
Could you imagine the nostalgia though behind that? Like you're getting a top safety, and now let's not ever say he's in the same breath as Sean Taylor.
But that it would have like the same like I get you
Like the
impact.
hype behind
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
It'd be nostalgic.
he has a lot of hype. I hope he pans out, because if he doesn't, it's gonna
I
be
feel
tragic.
Oh, next pick.
Next pick, we got you now,
I know.
Mr. 41 Kamara Jakarta.
That's right, baby.
What do the Saints need? Damn.
Bro, honestly, I feel like
Yeah.
well, we really do need an edge rusher because Cam Jordan, they're not re-signing him. So they re-signed Chase Young. They still got Carl Granderson. And I feel like their O-line's a lot better now. So if they're not going wide receiver and they can't get Cardinal Tate, which they probably won't because y'all would take him, I would hope David Bailey's still there. But if not, then at that point, fuck it, trade out. Because Jordan Tyson is basically just fucking Chris Olave. And we don't need that.
But
Y'all
but
definitely
if
need
y'all
some.
if y'all somehow got Tate, it would also be the same thing though.
You would need it though. I mean, you have Vele and you have
Cardinal Tate?
Tipton.
If you got Cardinal Tate and Olave, it's basically two of the same people.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Kinda is.
No, it is not.
It kind of is.
Not at all. Cardinal Tate is what, like 6'4"?
Okay, if we're talking about stature, yes, but like, okay,
I don't know if they're the same player.
There's a lot of teams that need wide receivers. I'm noticing at the beginning of this
Yeah.
draft. It's probably going to be more wide receiver heavy than we think it's going to be.
I think so.
Yeah. So all three of those names might go in the top 10. The limit,
Yeah.
Tate, Tyson, could happen.
But I mean, I don't think that they would do that in the beginning, though. Like, if Cardinal Tate's not there, I don't think they go wide receiver. The Saints,
Did you know you got Noah Fant?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
The
Congrats.
Saints also need help on the defensive side of the ball too.
That's what I'm talking about is DN. They need a DN because
Sonny Styles.
You got
Sonny
gosh.
Styles is probably going to be gone.
Yeah, you have nobody at the front. You got Chase Young, and that's kind of it.
Brian Breesy's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like, outside of that, that's why, like, I do not want Ruben Bain. I would rather have someone like David Bailey. If Sonny Styles were there, obviously. I would
You're
be
in
fine
love
with
with this
that.
guy. I hear it in every single pick. Sonny Styles might go here.
Bro, no.
He's-
I think he's gonna be gone by then. He's
He
just
will
a
be.
dog.
He is a dog.
So I don't know. If they're all gone, then at that point, I would just go best available. If Caleb Downs is there, take Downs, which I don't think he'll be there. But if he is, take him. If not, take at that point Mansour Delane.
Well, one of them is gonna fall.
One of them will, yeah. So I mean, I would be okay with either one of those defensive guys because I mean, we have Justin Reed.
Khalid McKinstry with Delane would be pretty nasty.
Well, they still have what's his name? Wait, no, they don't. Damn.
Yeah, no, I think that might be a good pick for y'all.
Yeah, Monsoor Delane would be
Mhm.
solid. I'd be fine with that. I forgot they let go of Alante Taylor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hate to see that.
Yeah, he was so good. But yeah, Alante Taylor's gone.
So is Delane the person you're banking on if it's not like?
Yeah, because I really don't think we really need a safety that bad. Because they got Justin Reed and Jonas Sanker, who was actually like one of the best rookie
Yeah.
safeties last year. He was a dog.
Yeah, there's a report that 5 teams at least out of the top 15 are looking into trading back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of teams that are looking like feeling like maybe our top addressed need
Can get
isn't at the top part of the draft.
I think the two teams that could trade back are probably the Browns or the Commanders. If I had to guess on the two, it's not going to be the Saints. Y'all need too much on the defense to let a top prospect go.
Yeah, I think one of those prospects falls to the Saints,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to get a defender
Okay.
out of Reeves, Styles, Bailey, Downs.
I mean,
Is Ruben Bain.
I'm
And
sorry.
Bain,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Which I would be so pissed if they get Bane. That's just gonna be like another fucking pick of them getting what's that dickhead's name from UTSA? Marcus Davenport. It was the dumbest fucking pick. When I saw that shit, I was so mad.
You hate on
It
Bain.
could have been worse. Davenport was at least decent.
Davenport was dog shit.
Bain got the dog, you know.
Yeah.
I know there's
Bane is better than Davenport, that's for sure.
There's
Yeah.
reports of
Yeah,
them
sure.
worried, and GM's worried about obviously the off-field stuff going on with them, with the car wrecks and all that. The short arms is what they're concerned.
I just
But I don't see that being like, I don't know.
You
I don't see that being a problem either.
You see this? Your wide receiver 3 is Mason Tipton.
Yeah.
That is awful, bro.
Why do you think I said we need a receiver?
You do.
You definitely do.
That's the number one priority.
Wide receiver, if it's not Tate, then move on and then go defense. That's
All
it.
right.
No crash out limit.
So
No.
number 9 we have the Chiefs.
Well,
This mock draft says Tyson will go to the Chiefs.
That's-
That doesn't make
yeah.
any sense to me, to be honest with you.
Kind of makes sense.
I mean, they have Rice. They have, what was the really fast guy?
Worthy.
Yeah, Worthy.
They have Rice and Worthy, but outside of that,
They brought back, or no, they
Is
definitely.
Hollywood gone?
Yeah, he went to the Eagles as well.
Oh, what the fuck is up with them? They're trying to get rid of AJ Brown. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's,
So I don't know. I could see them taking a wide receiver, but at the same time, they need a lot more help on the O line and on the defense.
yeah, but they love to get Mahomes weapons.
they do, yeah. And Matt Nagy, I believe, is no longer calling plays. I think Bieniemy is back.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
he's back.
I don't know. I feel like they would bring back. I feel like they'll fuck around and bring back Tyreek Hill. He's a free agent,
Oh,
That could happen.
that wouldn't be bad.
so I can see them bringing back Tyreek, and then from there, just
I don't know if
Draft.
the bridge is burned, but
I don't know if it is, but it looks like they really need help at the safety position. I mean, their safeties are pretty dog shit. All right, so at number 10, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. They have needs everywhere on defense.
yeah.
But
They could get a receiver.
they also need an O-line because Joe Burrow keeps getting hurt every year.
But I feel like they try to address that so many different ways. I feel like they don't go O-line here.
Yeah.
Because if the Cardinals don't take that tackle from Miami, I mean, they actually, I don't think the Bengals need a tackle. They need guards.
They need everything.
Yeah, they have.
They need more on defense because they just lost Trey Hendrickson. So they need a DN. But all of them are probably going to be gone by then. If not, they can have Ruben Bain, hopefully.
I do not like this guy.
I know.
Looking at
They're not wanting on the Saints. He can go anywhere else but the Saints.
Looking at their defense, it's just atrocious.
Yeah, no, it's bad. They need a little bit of everything on the defense.
Orlando Brown. I mean, I think their
O-line's not bad.
Their O-line is a little better than it was last year. So.
It could still use some work, but at number 10, you're either taking someone like if Caleb Downs is there, obviously, or they're going to take Mansoor Delane.
That's who I have them taking. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Or they're taking, I could even see them taking Thedman.
Okay.
Just because they really need help in the secondary. their pass rush. I mean, at that point, I don't think there's any pass rushers left. But if there is, they go there.
Well, and maybe you look at it and say, shit, maybe we do address the O line there, because at that point, all these teams have probably passed on them. So you're looking at the toppest talent in the draft
I think
at O line.
if you're gonna go line, maybe Caden Proctor.
Yeah, you're
From
you're
Alabama.
going well, Proctor or
don't think-
Monroe Freely.
Okay, I would say I don't think Malauga is making it that far. I don't know how the fuck to say it.
Spencer Fano out of Utah.
Maybe that would be a reach, but
I don't think so too. At 10.
Either way, protect him or get him some defense so he doesn't have to throw 450 yards a game.
He can still do that.
He'd be fine, yeah. If you're keeping
I mean,
him.
if you're
You don't get
protecting
blocked.
him, then you
I
are thinking we got to throw 5,000 yards, but you're probably going to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, when your defense gives up touchdowns within 3 minutes every single time, you're having Burrow on the field nonstop, and he's so injury prone.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep him on the field. No. All right.
So yeah, so defense.
Yeah, defense.
Defense is logical.
Well, that's our top 10. Even though we didn't really give you definitive answers, but that's pretty much where we're thinking they're going.
We gave the players.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
the-
players, couple players for each because you never know how this draft's going to go.
Yeah.
Now let's go into.
If there's one guy that I think slides
Slide out of the first 10.
out of the first 10, yeah, and goes past the top 15, who is it?
Past.
Half the top 15 goes out of 10.
Ruben Van. I'm kidding.
That's not a bad answer is with all the reports.
Yeah, I would say honestly either him or
I might say Jordan Tyson slides out.
I was gonna say Jordan Tyson too. I'd say Jordan Tyson or Ruben Bain out of the top 15.
Okay. I think Fano might not make it in the top 10 either.
Fano's not even projected. He's like
They have him.
19.
They have him pretty high on the draft boards, but I don't think he's gonna go as high as it's listing him. Yeah, Lemon's not gonna be a top 10 pick in my opinion.
Lemon can fall. I think that's my fault.
Yeah, like end of the first round.
Where do we think he would go if there was a team to go to? Lemon?
Makai Lemon.
What teams outside of the top 10 do you think are like, oh, I need a receiver?
Receiver.
Other than the fucking Ravens. They always need a receiver.
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Dolphins would be intriguing.
The Dolphins, the Jets, the Panthers. I feel like they might fuck around and draft another wide receiver for the 4th year in a row.
The Patriots.
Cut that out. Damn, I sneezed loud as hell.
Patriots.
The Patriots?
Yeah, maybe they move
they got-
up from 31 to.
They got running
17.
Dobbs now, man.
Shit. If he falls this far, then they have to get him. But
Well, yeah.
the Bills. Well, I was gonna say the Bills.
The Bills would be really intriguing. But they just got DJ Moore.
That's one person.
I know. I'm
And not only that, Keon Coleman has not shown up. So
Keon Coleman got benched like twice last year.
he still hasn't shown up and proven himself though. So
Yeah.
why not go draft someone to like make him step up?
Yeah.
Maybe the Steelers.
The Steelers, didn't they just get a receiver?
I think only have
They got
DK.
Pittman.
They did get
Oh,
Pittman.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they're.
Who's going to be throwing on the ball?
That's the
Well,
biggest question. Of
I
all.
honestly think if it's like
Will
the Steelers
Howard.
are going to get anything, they're going to get Will Howard.
I think it's probably. I think Rodgers goes back one more year.
Hey,
Honestly.
that national champion Will Howard to y'all, by the way.
It makes a lot of sense.
So if he goes back 1 year, and then you have Mike McCarthy who did the quarterback system
Exactly.
for Rodgers,
Exactly.
bring this guy, and he has the world in front of him. In my opinion, I don't know if he's going to live up to that, but we'll see.
I don't know. I really only see Makai Lemon going somewhere like the Panthers if he drops that low.
If he drops
I
out
don't
the
know if
first
the
round,
Panthers are thinking wide receiver again.
but if he dropped out the
No,
first
did you
round,
see what Dave Canales said? He said it's not against the rules to pick a wide receiver 4 times in a row. That's literally what he said, and that's also why they're dog shit.
You know, You know, it would be fun if we saw another round 1 trade of AJ Brown,
That would actually be kind of wild.
and then they
That could
finagle
happen.
him, and that would be fun.
It could happen.
I wouldn't wish that upon them. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. Sorry to say it. At least not a deep thrower. I don't know.
Wait, so
A
do
deep
y'all
throw?
have the dude
What?
from
A deep
Indiana?
thrower?
Omar Cooper.
Y'all have him over
He might be
like Tyson or anything like that, or is he where he needs to be?
I think he's where he needs to be.
Okay.
I still think Mekhi Lemon's better than Omar Cooper.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's those 3 wide receivers, and there's a couple that are like, yeah. Denzel Boston being one of them.
Honestly, Omar Cooper kind of reminds me of like, I don't know. He reminds me of like year 8 Anquan Bolden.
Year 8.
Where his rookie year Anquan Bolden was a dog, and I don't think he's like that. I just think that he's like, oh yeah, like he's solid. Because year 8 Anquan Bolden, he was reliable. Like
Bolton was a solid receiver.
No,
yeah, he was solid. But his first 4 years, they were like, holy shit, Anquan Bolden's the truth. And I don't think that's him. I just think, like, that's why I said year 8 Anquan is what he reminds me of. It's like, he's going to be reliable. He's just not going to be like that alpha like he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I don't know if I'm reading this correctly, but they're saying the Browns had their receivers catch 4 touchdowns the entire season.
That's
4
yeah, that's probably right.
tight ends got some. The running backs got in there, but that is
Oh, that's terrible.
despicable. Yeah.
You had 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
So they need a wide receiver.
Pro Bowl quarterback.
Oh, you're not wrong.
No, that's crazy.
What a joke.
The Pro Bowl is no more. Should be killed.
What a joke.
Okay. Any crazy names you want to throw out there on teams that we think they might go to? You said Will Howard to the Steelers. Or we think Ty Simpson goes.
Well, Will Howard's already on the Steelers.
Oh, am I thinking of the wrong person?
Yeah. Ty Simpson.
Well, you're probably thinking of Ty Simpson, yeah.
All right, I propose a game off camera.
A game?
Yeah.
Off camera?
We all put in our mock draft for the first round.
See who's the closest.
Whoever gets the most picks right wins. Whoever gets the least pick right has the punishment.
Well, I live in Austin, so you're gonna have to drag my ass down here to do that shit.
That's all right. We'll see.
Punishment can just be like, you gotta buy like a 24-pack for the crew.
There's what? There's
That's
7 of
fine,
us.
that's fine. I just dox myself, by the way, if I want to pull up to Austin and try to find
I
it.
just doxed myself. Yeah, no. That's crazy.
No.
Okay, no. Definitely down with that, though. Definitely down with that.
All right, so before we
Loser has to buy a round of peaks.
A round of peaks?
A round of peaks.
Oh man, fucking $20 after the beers. Unless you're talking about shots. Then we're gonna get Rumplemans for everybody.
I don't want to lose.
That doesn't sound like anyone wins.
A round of beers peaks, and you have to.
And you have to kill
We
yourself.
gotta do something. We gotta do something screwing with the wagers.
What do they have to do with this? I thought you were about to say the antlers, but again, that's not punishment.
No, I'm just saying like something where they would laugh, something they would think was funny.
So
You could probably get them to do some shit like to the loser, but
loser has to do stand-up comedy at Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Bring a microphone and everything.
I feel like that would be a really great punishment for Abe in the league, by the way, making him do stand-up comedy.
Especially if it's at Twin Peaks, because
he hates it there.
yeah, he hates it there.
No, that
Hey,
is
bros.
All right. Here it is.
no subtitles.
A round at peaks, and the loser has to take a moose knuckle.
What is that again? Can you
Too much.
reiterate?
The moose knuckle is a shot in which you have a 4 horseman shot and a Rumpleman shot in one shot.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I've been like getting those. He really hates his life. Don't we all?
He hated his life at that time. He's going through some.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I guess if we don't have any more picks and we're doing a game,
Well, actually, hold on. Where do y'all think the Texans go in the draft? Like, what position do you think they go? 'Cause they're at 28.
All right. I'm gonna make this very quick and very specific. I need them, yes, and I need them to draft a bunch of guys that look like him. That's all they need to do.
with gray hairs and
Yes,
all.
exactly. Like from Iowa, Nebraska. I've lived in all these places. I know what it takes. I need them to draft a guy that has like a potato gun. You know what I mean?
I used to get mad.
He said if their name starts with Johnson, there better be a lane in front.
Exactly.
Seriously, I used to get mad every single year. I'd watch the Packers draft, and I'm like, all right, we're either getting a linebacker or a fucking O-line. It's always a guy from Wisconsin. I'm like, why are we basing our first round pick and our quarterback's always protected?
Yeah.
Y'all need that.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, man.
And at 28, this is projecting y'all to get a D tackle. Why?
No, you're gonna get a good solid O lineman at 28.
Would you trade up to get an O-line?
Nah.
No.
I wouldn't, but like if they don't get one in the first round, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Yo, you did it.
You wouldn't have to give up a whole lot.
We did.
Yeah.
That is true.
You addressed it well enough, but you needed some depth for sure.
You wouldn't have to give up a whole lot to just move up to that.
Like 4 spots. Like give up a second.
Oh yeah,
10 spots, and now you're drafting possibly the best O line in the draft.
Well, 10 spots, you're gonna have to give up a future first.
No,
maybe.
You're moving up to 18.
Yeah, from 28. I don't know.
If you're going up to 18 from 28, you're probably
You
just
might give
giving
up
up
to give
a
up
third round pick.
Nah, I think you'd have to give up like a second.
Maybe a third and fourth round pick.
Yeah, why would you do that? You're swapping first already. And then on top of that, you're going to give up a third and a fourth? Like, no, that doesn't make sense. You'd have to give up like a second. I would probably do next year's second just because, like, you want more picks this draft.
Okay, like how we drafted Noel and Higgins from Iowa, same concept, the lineman. Same concept.
Okay.
Just find your Big Ten school.
Just get Wisconsin.
Yeah, no. Like
if you were a Texans fan, like you shouldn't be mad. You shouldn't be mad if the Texans literally just take all of their picks and go.
Yeah, that'd be.
Well, I wouldn't even be upset if they just trade out of the first round again, which I could see them doing for another couple of second round picks or something. It's like, well, our guy's not there. Fuck it.
Yeah, your defense is so solidified. You're fine. Offense, you have addressed.
It says guard, center, and then it goes to defense.
Now you could go D tackle maybe in the third or fourth round.
Mm-hmm. It's saying first round they're going D tackle here, which
Georgia, Christian Miller, which honestly wouldn't be terrible, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like, how bad do we need that interior D line?
Imagine a really good first round D tackle with the front y'all have.
You lost Tim Settle and you lost.
They still got Sheldon Rankins.
Will Anderson, lost Hunter,
right?
We did lose redirected.
You lost Reader.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Reader's gone.
And settled.
So okay.
So you need a little bit of a.
Now you can't settle. Am I right? There's a setup that peaks. Okay.
But we gotta replay the shit.
I like breaking the fourth wall with the camera here. They gotta know I'm talking to them.
Fuck it. All right, Dylan. Because you were just talking about your team, but any hopes?
Any hopes? Well, we don't have a first round pick because Micah Parsons came to our team and tore his ACL. Congrats to him. I love him still. Do I have any hopes? Not really. I already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go linebacker or some really weird random backup running back. It's gonna be the same shit, a different year. We didn't already have enough. Well, that's good for me, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
He's like, good luck.
So I can make it further than y'all.
Probably. It's only in the Texans' nature. I mean, even the game that they played against y'all, Stroud's rookie year, it seemed like we should have whooped y'all's ass and got clapped. I guess the second year.
Jordan Love's just the truth, Jordan Love is the truth.
That's all I got, honestly, for the first round, but we'll get back to y'all with our mock drafts, and we'll see.
We're going to see who loses.
That.
Yeah.
And who's accurate.
We're going to, not only us four, but we're going to get the other two dumbasses in on this as well.
Oh, yeah.
Make this a fun game.
Yeah, there's only 2 more, huh?
And that'll do
Technically
it
three.
for this
Yeah, 3
episode
there.
of